This is a quick review of the Razer Naga Expert left-hand MMO gaming mouse. It's the 2014 edition with the mechanical keys on the side, and the feature of the mouse from the retail packaging, ergonomic design for left-hand users, 4G laser sensor up to 8200 dpi sensitivity, 19 MMO optimized buttons, of which 12 is on one side, 1000 Hz ultra polling, it's really smooth, and on the fly sensitivity adjustment. It also features the ultra slick mouth feet, which is plastic. And it's being rated the expert level by Razer. So this is the left-hand version, since I'm a left-hand mouse user. And let's take a look at the actual mouse. So the packaging is like any other Razer mouse. Comes in a dark black box, and there is some basic instructions, the Razer logo sticker, and this mouth included. So let's take a look. It features a actually tiltable, left and right tiltable scrolling wheel. The click is harder than rest of the buttons. It's probably the hardest click on the entire mouse. And the left to right button, it feels like a typical Razer. And there is the Dpi Adjust button, which is also customizable to other features that you like. I think the left and right tilt is really easily accessible, and it's easy to press. So it might be useful as some sort of shortcut for your gaming needs. The LED, the Razer logo LED, it's not customizable. The only option to customize this is turn it on or off, and when it's turned on, it only have the breathing effect. And I'm using it on a iMac, 2015 iMac, for 5K display. So the compatibility of the Razer Synapse program with the Mac OS, it's actually surprisingly good. And talking about that, it's not detecting the mouse. So let's see what's happening. Okay, so there is the update. So let's update the mouse really quick. The software. Back to the mouse. The 12 mechanical keys. When you first get the mouse, it feels really big and hard to grab, and you don't know where to rest your hands, especially the thumbs, because it's all the customizable mechanical keys over here. But after a while, when you're actually using the mouse, you'll find that your thumbs can just comfortably sit in this area without actually accidentally pressing any keys. So, which is a huge plus. And you hear the sound of the key pressing. It's very tactile. It's very light. So I really like the design of the keys. And after you use it a while, the keys are really easy to memorize. Like you know without looking at the keys which button you're pressing. The top 6 buttons is really easy to reach, at least for my grip. So the bottom 6 buttons, I think the last row, the 10, 11, and 12 keys, it's best to press with your like with the knuckle of your thumb. Those are the best way to press the bottom 3 buttons, and the rest you can all access through tip of your thumb. But I think the hardest to press is the key 7, 8, and 9, because it's when your hand is naturally resting on the mouth, you're resting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and of course you can quick access 10, 11, 12 with the knuck of your thumb. So the 7, 8, and 9 I think is the hardest buttons to press. But regardless, it's over there, and if you really need to press them, you just have to lower your thumb a little bit and quickly press them. The Dpi Adjusting key, the click, it's tactile. It feels same as the actually all the quick access keys. By the way, the keys are also LED lit. You have the option to turn the LED on or off, as well as the scroll wheel. So you can turn on or turn off, but unfortunately the color is not adjustable. Let's see. So on the back of the mouth, you can see the laser sensor. It's right over here. Let's see if I can get a really zoomed in look. It's pretty cool. I think this sensor works a lot better than the old mouth I had, which is a SteelSeries Sensei. That mouth is ambidextrous, or whatever it's spelled. Sorry for my English. It's okay for my left hand, but this one actually fits a lot better. And the update just completed for the software, so we'll do a quick restart. But the scroll wheel up and down, it's also very easy, and it's got clicks it's got grooves on the scoring, and the wires is pretty long and thin. It's thinner than the SteelSeries cables, which is great because it's really easy to maneuver. With the thicker cable, it kind of gets stuck somewhere, and it's not easy to move it back. So this cable is definitely nice. And you can see over here they got some decorative elements, which looks like a grill, but it's actually just, I think, plastic, and it doesn't have any functions. But it does look pretty cool, so I like that. Okay, let's log into the system and check out the software, which is the whole thing that drives the mouth. Okay, and the system is still loading. Okay, so let's open the Razer application. Let's see what's going on. Still taking a while. Oh, I have to log in. Okay, the good thing with Razer Synapse is it's able to actually synchronize your settings, which is really nice. Let's see, and let's see if it actually remembered my previous settings. Yep. The cool thing is with the mouth, you have 8 customizable key maps for both the top of the mouse and the side of the mouth. And right now I'm using my profile number 2. The only difference between the first one and second one is on profile number 2, I've disabled all the side keys when I'm using Mac, so I don't accidentally press any numbers. With profile 1, all the keys are actually default to your keyboard. The keyboard key number 1 through 0, plus the minus key and the equal key. And each button is fully customizable. You can use a macro, you can set it as a key press, whatever you like. And in terms of performance right now, there's a little quirk going on between the Dpi settings and the Mac's native mouth settings over here, because if you actually change the tracking speed over here, it greatly affects the DPI settings over here. So you have to actually find a balance between the tracking speed on your native mouse settings and the DPI sensitivity setting on your Razer. I mean, in the end, you'll be able to find a good movement for your screen. And over here is the polling rate. I'm actually setting the polling rate at 500 because I think 1,000. I don't find any difference between 500 and 1,000. So I usually set it at 500 for less CPU resources. And over here you can control the lighting. So if I turn the scroll wheel, let's say if I turn it off, it turns off, and if I turn it on, it turns on. The thumb grid turns off and turns on. And the logo, you can, right now it's on, so I can turn it off and turn it back on. Another cool thing is with Mac, you have the option to switch all the lighting off when the display is turned off. So for example, right now the light is on, and I'm gonna quickly put my display into sleep mode, and the light will go off. So it does not. Okay, I guess if I use the quick sleep, it doesn't work. But when my display actually goes to sleep, it actually works. So I don't know why it's not happening on the demo, but sorry about that. And there's also a function in here for mousepad surface calibration. I usually leave this off because I think it's pretty much a gimmick, because after calibration with my mousepad, it actually worked worse, a lot worse than the default setting, so I usually leave it off. And of course here I have my macros. Those are my old macros for Team Fortress, which I don't play anymore since I have a Mac. But there are other macros that you can customize, which is really good. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.